Good morning, everyone. Paul Ruppel here with Fox 29 News Now. Hope your Tuesday's off to a great start. It's certainly a beautiful day out there. Anytime you go from single digits in the mornings to mid to upper 40s, headed up to 60 degrees in February, as long as it's not happening too often, is a good day. Very nice start to our weather for Tuesday. Warmth was with us a bit yesterday and back again today. Let me get you a look at the current conditions. Right now it's 41 in Philadelphia, dew point is 36, winds are calm. Nice to get a break from those freezing temperatures, right? Here's a look at outside our studios at 4th and Market Streets in Old City, Philadelphia. See the Ben Franklin Bridge in the background there. A little bit of cloud cover on the right side of the screen there to the south, less to the north. And let's take a look at some of the weather conditions we have around the area this morning. Check and make sure our weather graphics are up to date here. And it looks like they are. It looks like it might have been picking up some mist this morning or fog, but clear skies around at this point. Current temperatures. Let me check a few things here. I think we are closer to 47. I think our temperature bug may be a little bit off there. Our data feed might be off at the moment, but let me double check that before I say more. Yep, these graphics are up to date. 47 right now in Philadelphia. 50s in some places, especially along the coast. 52 in Wildwood, 52 in Atlantic City, 55 in Toms River is the high point right now, even 50 in Lancaster, and 49 in Mount Pocono. The thaw is on. See, they're almost at 60 already in Charlottesville, Virginia, 55 in Ocean City, Maryland. Even above the freezing mark in Toronto this morning. Although you can see that pink and dark blue, the pink and purple lying not too far north of there. National temperature, 74 at this point in Miami, 64 in Tampa, 60s along the Gulf Coast, so lots of areas warming up. Now look at that gradient there, 65 in Dallas and only 24 in Wichita. And the cold air does linger in parts of the Plain States there. 5 below in Billings, 3 below in Rapid City, and 4 in Minneapolis. So there won't be much wind chill to speak of with the temperatures, with the calm winds. Your temperature change, there you go. We are significantly warmer than yesterday already by at least 6 degrees in Philadelphia and in some cases double digits elsewhere in the area. Pretty light winds, calm in most places, not much of a gust to speak of. And there's your visibility overall, pretty good. Futurecast. Get rid of got that little banner at the bottom there. We'll get rid of that for you. And let's get you back to the Futurecast. Not much precipitation to speak of in the Tuesday or Wednesday. There you start to see some move into the area west of us, west and north of us on Wednesday morning. There, as you start to see in the longer range forecast, it's moving into the area Wednesday afternoon. Some potentially heavy rain overnight Wednesday into Thursday. Some more. And then Friday, looks like some spotty showers, chance of, but not too much to speak of. There you see the setup heading into Wednesday. And here comes your 7-day forecast from the Fox 29 Weather Authority. 62, it's going to feel like spring today. We're calling this a 10 on our forecast by the numbers. Wednesday's cooler with some afternoon rain, a high of 45, low of 35. So we're going to dip a bit cooler tomorrow. Clouds and a shower on Thursday, high of 50. Temps fall back. We'll hit a high of 60 on Friday, but then it looks like temps will be falling throughout the day. As evidenced by Saturday being 23 degrees cooler, back to winter, 37 for a high. 21 for an overnight low. Sunday, sunny and cold, 40. And then an AM mix and some PM sun on Monday. So we do have a chance of some wintry precipitation moving back in to start the next work week. We'll be keeping an eye on that. But while we enjoy the beautiful weather right now. All right, let's get back to your look at the city there. And we'll get you some local stories here. Again, I'm Paul Ruppel. You're watching Fox 29 News Now. We appreciate you being with us this morning. We're with you good day after good day each day, from each weekday from 10 a.m. till usually for at least an hour, sometimes a little bit longer if we've got some live events going on. Take you through the morning. Our first story this morning will be from Bill Anderson. A baby is in critical condition after being born following a car crash in the city's Overbrook neighborhood. The baby is very premature and just 25. The mother was just 25 weeks pregnant. Bill is live at Lankenau Hospital in Wynwood. He was this morning. He was reporting all morning. Excuse me, with the latest details on this crash.
A serious accident at Haverford and Overbrook Avenues has been cleared, but now all eyes are on the impact of that accident as we wait here at Lankenau Hospital to get more information. Now, an update on the accident. Earlier this morning, a white Lexus crashed into a pickup truck with a pregnant mother in the passenger seat. The mother, just 25 weeks pregnant, actually gave birth in the pickup truck, and the baby, nearly 3 months premature, was transported here to Lankenau Hospital, where the baby remains in critical condition. Now, the mother, we're told, is in stable condition, and to make matters worse, while we're all praying for both the mother and child, police confirmed for us that the driver of the Lexus was in fact driving under the influence. Now, we're just hours past the accident, so there's no update on the condition of the child at this point. But we actually did do some research and found that the survival rate of 25-week-old children is actually fairly high. So if, like me, you believe in the power of prayer, hopefully you will join us in sending that prayer to the family. Here in Lower Merion, I'm Bill Anderson, Fox 29 News.
Thank you to Bill for that report. And we certainly wish the best to the baby and mother, and hope everyone recovers after that accident. One man appears likely to survive being shot in the chest, stomach, back, and both arms by an assault rifle. It's not just a surgeon's credited with saving his life, but a man Philadelphia police tell Fox 29 News was just a passerby who saw something and did something. Fox 29 Steve Keeley tells the story of what happened overnight on both sides of North Broad Street.
This man's getting a big thank you from Philadelphia police detectives who credit him with saving a 24-year-old man's life overnight, where his split-second decision was maybe the most exemplary example of what brotherly love is all about. Driving his rented U-Haul van here, just off Broad Street, at the Butler and Germantown Avenue stoplight, when he sees a man who'd been shot 5 times and was just minutes away from bleeding to death. Without hesitation or calling 911 for an ambulance, he turned his rented van into an ambulance instead, and turned himself into what one detective told us was a superhero lifesaver. Picking up the man, dragging him into the U-Haul, and then hauling you-know-what here to Temple University Hospital's emergency entrance. Meantime, police were responding to the scene of a bullet-riddled open all-night takeout Chinese restaurant here on North Broad Street, next to the Philadelphia Public Library's Nicetown branch, where its tallest window shattered and its bookcases also took a big bullet. So did a car on North Broad. Detectives then looked at the real-time crime cameras and soon saw that after some big fight in the streets among two groups of men 2 blocks away, a man in that group fired an assault rifle from here at North Park Avenue and Airedale. The powerful weapon's bullets blasted the North Broad scene 2 blocks away and across all 6 lanes of Broad Street, where detectives then followed a blood-soaked sidewalk trail around 2 corners to Butler and Germantown Avenue, where they knew someone was hit bad but had no victim until they got the call from Temple emergency staff, and then came here and met the man driving the U-Haul, who all of you Philadelphians watching should be capital U ultra proud of, for doing what we all hope we'd also have the courage to do too, in a matter of life or death, hinging on a matter of seconds. In North Philadelphia, Steve Keeley, Fox 29 News.
Great to see someone helping out when they could in a situation. May have saved that person's life using the rental van to help in that situation. I want to take you live to Skyfox is live over the scene of a fire that's occurring right now. See if I can get this. There we go. We're told this is in Maple Shade, New Jersey, in Burlington County, Maple Shade Township. Told this is on the 200 block of Bailey Avenue. We're hearing that the bulk of the fire has been knocked down. It certainly looks like it. Don't see any smoke coming at this point, coming out of the scene. See fire crews there. We're hearing there were rescues at this scene, possibly rescues at this fire scene. That some ambulances were called to the scene, and at least one person was brought out of the home, and there are 2 others they are trying to find or check the conditions of. So we're working to learn more. As we hear more from authorities, we will bring it to you. Let's stay with this shot for a moment, and I'll check and make sure we have the latest here for you. Again, you're watching Sky Fox over the scene of a house fire in Maple Shade Township, New Jersey. We're told that at least one person has been brought out of the home. They were checking on the conditions of two other people who may have been at the fire scene. Saw Lenola Fire Company there at the scene. Maple Shade Township Police, presumably. Didn't catch any others just yet. Checking around for any information that might be available online, and our assignment desk is trying to find out more as well. Again, this is on the 200 block of Bailey Avenue in Maple Shade. We do hear that at least a couple of ambulances were called to the scene of this one-story ranch house fire. See some of the damage the fire did to heat probably coming out the window and up the side of the house there, burning some of the siding and some insulation, it appears, maybe. All right, it appears our chopper is headed away from the scene, so we'll take it back. Again, as soon as we have a ground crew on the way to the scene, we are trying to get more information about the condition of the folks who might have been injured there at the fire scene, and we'll get that for you. We'll have that for you on the Fox 29 News at 5 and 6 later today, and as soon as we can get it on our website, fox29.com. All right, today is a big day in Washington. After the delay to the State of the Union address that the president was to deliver last month, postponed due to the partial government shutdown, President Trump is preparing to deliver his State of the Union address now tonight. The delayed speech will be the first time he's spoken before a House controlled by Democrats. And as Fox News correspondent Doug Luzada reports from Washington this morning, the threat of another partial government shutdown will loom large.
Are you going to watch the State of the Union address tonight? I know it's a week late. Have you been waiting? It's going to happen tonight, down in D.C., of course.
And this will be the first time that President Trump has spoken before House controlled by Democrats.
That's true, yes.
So does that make a difference when it comes to the applause?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always interesting to watch, Doug, to watch the applause, and especially to watch the two people behind him.
You know, and whether they're the same party or not, can you imagine just a more awkward thing to have to go through than to be either the Speaker of the House or the Vice President when you just have to stare at the back of the head of the President for the entire State of the Union address? Yes. Yeah. And you add to that awkwardness the fact that you have Nancy Pelosi and President Trump. There's a lot of speculation swirling here around Capitol Hill about whether the President is going to use the State of the Union tonight to perhaps try to move forward on a border wall by invoking a national emergency.
President Trump is about to enter unfriendly territory tonight for the State of the Union, a House controlled by Democrats and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. In an excerpt of the speech released by the White House, the president will call on Congress to break decades of political stalemate and to build new coalitions to unlock the extraordinary promise of America's future. But while the president may talk about unity, He may also argue for declaring a national emergency to build a southern border wall and bypass Democrats in Congress.
If there's anything that's a Trumpian moment, 50 million people watching, all of the members of Congress together, it would seem to be a moment where he could make the case for the legitimacy of executive action.
And some Democrats getting a jump on the speech with their own take.
It is sad, the State of the Union. And let me just say, the number one reason the State of the Union has such woes is the president. I hope he changes in the next 2 years.
The primary Democratic response will come from failed Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, an unusual choice since she holds no elective office, but she is seen as a rising star in the party. The House chamber will also play host to a battle of the guests. Democrats inviting everyone from an illegal immigrant to an air traffic controller. The president's guest list will make political points too, ranging from the family of a couple killed by illegal immigrants to a drug offender released under prison reform to a 6th grader from Wilmington, Delaware, who is said to have been bullied in school because of his name, Joshua Trump.
Just a few of the 13 guests that the president and first lady have invited to tonight's speech. Mike and Alex.
All right. I'll be watching. I always do.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting.
And we're sure.
Got to stay up late.
Yep. And Doug, you'll have the recap for us tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
All right.
Absolutely.
Nicely done.
Again, that was Fox's Doug Luzader getting us up to speed with the president's upcoming speech. Let's take a live look at Washington. There you see the Capitol building. Of course, this comes amid some news yesterday that the federal prosecutors in New York have issued a subpoena seeking documents from the president's inaugural committee, furthering a federal inquiry into a fund that has faced mounting scrutiny into how it raised and spent its money. That's the lead that the Associated Press had on the story. The inaugural committee spokeswoman says that it's their intention to cooperate with the inquiry. And this is the latest in a series of criminal inquiries into the president's campaign and presidency. Special counsel Robert Mueller is looking into whether the Trump campaign coordinated with Russia and whether the president obstructed the investigation. In a separate case in New York, prosecutors say Trump directed his personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, to make illegal hush money payments to 2 women as a way to quash potential sex scandals during the campaign. It appeared, our camera jumped there to, I believe that's the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia conducting business in Virginia. Let me see if anybody's posted an update on where that shot went to. That would be a timely shot given the some of the controversy that's occurring there in Virginia with the Governor Northam and the racist photo. I'm not sure what event is. Let's listen into what's happening here. This is the Lieutenant Governor of. He's presiding over the state Senate, I'm hearing. So let's listen in momentarily.
To you for all that you're doing now and all that you will do before. It's a very long night coming as well. We're going here very soon, and we are proud of you. Now, that's everyone please join me in the warmest welcome of the Senate to our friends of American Society of
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for the purpose of the introduction.
Thank you, Senator. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today to ask you to provide the Senate's warm welcome to Imam Saeed Rahman, who kicked us off this morning with a wonderful prayer. It was insightful as we begin to work through our...
It looks like they're conducting pretty regular business there. That was Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax of Virginia. He obviously is in a little more of the national spotlight than the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia would be over what could become his role if the governor of Virginia, who has resisted calls to resign, Governor Northam, does have to step aside. He, of course, was captured. Well, I guess that's in dispute because he admitted to it and then he walked it back a little bit. In his yearbook photo from the 80s, there's a picture of one person in blackface, another in I believe it's a Klan costume, in the yearbook there, and with his name on the page. He is so far not resigning from office. He's vowed to stay there. Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, there was an allegation, a past allegation that surfaced. He denies it outright and says that this may have been a smear by folks who wanted to see Northam stay in office. So quite the political melodrama unfolding there in Virginia. And you see Lieutenant Governor presiding over one of the houses of the state legislature there. We've been following this story. We'll continue to do that on our website and on our newscasts. In the meantime, let's take a look at, since that shot popped up there, I wanted to explain a little bit about what's been going on there in the state of Virginia. We'll get you a little bit of business news here. I believe Hillary Vaughn is in for Tracy Carrasco this week. Wendy's is enticing customers with a tasty triple offer, and the Super Bowl gets high streaming scores. Fox Business Network's Hillary Vaughn has more in today's Morning Business Outlook.
Google's parent company, Alphabet, releasing earnings yesterday, beating the street's expectations on revenue and profit, but the company spent more than investors expected. The stock taking a dip in after-hours trading. Dow adding 175 points at the close yesterday, closing at 25,239. The Nasdaq adding 83 points, closing at 7347, and the S&P 500 adding 18 points, closing at 2724. Super Bowl 53 was the lowest scoring game in history, and viewers at home didn't tune in as much. But streaming coverage did hit record highs. A record 7.5 million devices tuned in to stream the big game, up 20% from last year. Wendy's adds 3 new burgers to their lineup. The triple threat trio of new flavors hitting menus in Wendy's across the U.S. The Made to Crave line includes the Sawsome Bacon Cheeseburger with a special sauce, peppercorn mushroom melt with sauteed fire-roasted mushrooms and Asiago cheese, and the barbecue cheeseburger with crispy fried onions and Kansas City-style barbecue sauce. That's business. For more, log on to foxbusiness.com. In Los Angeles, I'm Hillary Vaughn.
The sad update to a story we told you about last week. The medical examiner says a body found near railroad tracks on Saturday is 60-year-old Gerald Fomelant. Fomelant, who had cerebral palsy, went missing last Wednesday after he was last seen leaving his job at a vocational workshop in Bustleton. The medical examiner has yet to release how he died. A Philadelphia City Council committee is taking up a bill today to ban businesses that don't accept cash. Council members Maria Sanchez and Bill Greenlee want to ban stores that take credit only, saying the practice could unintentionally discriminate against people who do not have bank accounts. Stores like Sweet Green and Bluestone Lane, coffee shop, currently accept credit only. Right now, there are only a few stores in the city that accept credit only.
Oftentimes they're, poor people, minorities, immigrants. Everybody should have the right to walk into a coffee shop and get a cup of coffee, and not have an us and them kind of structure.
That was Councilman Greenlee there. If the bill passes committee today, it goes before full council in a week. It could take effect July 1st. Businesses would have 5 months to convert. Sparking controversy. A video showing a man's pants bursting into flames after being tased in South Philadelphia over the weekend are raising questions about taser laws. Was it legal for those men to have them? Our lawyers weigh in. Here's that conversation from Good Day Philadelphia this morning.
Coming up on 7:34.
So the video we're about to show you from over the weekend is in South Philadelphia, and it's still getting a lot of attention this morning. It shows a man's pants suddenly burst into flames after being hit with a taser by a security guard. It happened after he was kicked out of Jim Steaks on South Street, and apparently the man afterward got up and walked away.
So we were watching this video, and we're going, Alex, we're talking back and forth. Is it okay to have a taser, like a private security guard have a taser? Is it okay if a private citizen has a taser, stuff like that?
And I don't know if it started there, but he was on the sidewalk or out in the street, so can they do that if you're on public property? You're out, you know.
And what would make your pants catch on fire? Shaka Johnson's not only an attorney, you're a police officer for 10 years as well. So let's put up the graphic right away. What states is it okay to have a taser?
PA, Delaware, and New Jersey. And you know, there's sometimes a popular misconception between taser and stun gun.
What's the difference?
What you saw that security guard implement was a taser. You saw the two prongs shoot out and come out of it. And a taser is almost like what you see the police officers use.
Right.
A stun gun is meant for close quarters combat. You have to touch the skin in order to, almost like cattle prodding back in the 50s.
So it doesn't actually shoot out at all?
No, it doesn't shoot out.
So when it comes to tasers, are those legal?
Tasers are less legal in those states. Stun guns are legal in every state. Stun guns are legal in all 3 states where we have viewers. Tasers are less legal because they emulate firearms. As a matter of fact, if you can't possess a firearm, you cannot possess a less lethal version, which is a taser.
So let me make, because I'm a little confused already, because I'm slow. What were they using, these private security guards? What were they using on the street?
They were not using, they were using tasers because you saw the prongs shoot out.
Shoot out.
Correct. And you saw there's some distance between the security guard and the gentleman on the floor.
It's okay for them to have it?
Well, they're private security guards, so they will probably issue those. But see, these are self-defense weapons. They're not supposed to be used from private security companies the same way law enforcement uses them when they're defending others.
Do you know why his pants may have caught on fire?
Absolutely. These devices are, see, this training that's supposed to happen with these tasers and stun guns, they are less regulated than, say, firearms.
Right.
You're supposed to use them on direct contact. They're supposed to apply to the skin. And that's why you ought to be trained when you're using them. If you're wearing loosely fitted clothing, like this gentleman apparently was, his jeans seem to be kind of loose, the prongs will attach themselves to the denim, and that electric current going through there will set the denim on fire. So you're not touching his skin, you're just setting his clothing on fire. That's all you're doing. The prongs appear to never have touched his skin.
Do police officers want us walking around with stun guns?
They absolutely do not. And to a much lesser degree, they certainly don't want people walking around with tasers, which sort of have the same effect of a firearm in terms of how they're positioned, how you carry it, and walking around like that.
And of course, we want to remind everyone that you are a former police officer, and that's why we're asking this question. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, good. Well, I don't know what. Did anybody know this guy? His pants caught on fire? What happened to him? He just got up and walked away. Who is he? And what warranted tasering him?
Can something be done? Because we know this happened outside of Jim Steaks.
Correct.
And at the point, and who knows where it originally started, and they might have moved out to the street. But if you're on the sidewalk or on the street, can they technically do anything to you or force you to move?
Absolutely not. So this is akin to sort of a bouncer in a nightclub, right? Move on, nothing to see here, let's go outside, and you're ushering the combatant, if you will, or the problem person outside of the venue. That's where your jurisdiction sort of ends. So once he's outside of Jim Steaks, for whatever reason he was being put out, that's it. If he's mouthing off or jawing off with you, that doesn't give you license to tase anyone.
Yeah. Shaka, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shaka.
Thanks to local attorney Shaka Johnson for joining us for that conversation. Let's go outside the city for a little bit here. We'll get you some news from the suburbs. First, a sad story to report here. In Northampton County, a man stabs his mother to death claiming self-defense. Skyfox over a home in Lower Salcombe Township. That's where police say 49-year-old Philip Luby stabbed his 70-year-old mother. Officers found a broken and bloody candle base near Marianne Luby's body yesterday. Her son Philip had blood on his hands when he answered the door, we're told. He's now facing homicide charges, but says he acted in self-defense because his mother went after him with a cutting tool. A warning for people who are living in Marlton, Burlington County. Evesham Township Police are searching for at least 4 people after surveillance video captured thieves breaking into cars Sunday. The footage shows one of the incidents that happened in the Ravenscliff and Woodstream neighborhoods. Police say the thieves stole 2 cars and ransacked dozens of others. The burglars were driving a car stolen from Gloucester City. After a brief chase, the masked men dressed in black ditched the car and ran off into the woods. Neighbors say this is a scary reminder that you can't let your guard down.
I find it very frightening, and it's a big violation to have this happen in your neighborhood.
I'm going to keep locking my doors. I'm going to keep teaching the kids to be aware. Make sure you lock doors when you go out of the house.
If you have private surveillance and caught a glimpse of these guys, you're asked to call the Evesham Township Police. There's a little more footage of them at work. Again, you see there the logo of the Evesham Township Police. If you recognize any of the people you saw in this video, you're urged to contact them, and also to make sure you're locking up your cars, keeping valuables out of sight. Looks like there were some of the items that were left ransacked in the car. For some, it's nostalgic, a childhood meeting place at the Burlington Center Mall. Petal the Elephant, a beloved sculpture, is now on the move to her new home. After the mall closed last year, her sculptor says at first they thought she would be destroyed in the construction or go somewhere far from New Jersey. Fortunately, the mall's owners decided to donate her to the New Jersey Arts Guild in Burlington City. On Friday, volunteers packed her up on a flatbed truck to temporarily head to a foundry in Chester for restoration. The New Jersey Art Guild says they would like to see Petal move along the waterfront, but Burlington City leaders will make the final call.
So many people, and I didn't realize how loved it was, have written to us and emailed and have shown up and said, we're so worried about this. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be great. It's going to help revitalize the community.
The New Jersey Art Guild says they would like to see Petal move along the waterfront, as we mentioned, but that will be a decision left to Burlington City's leaders. Hopefully she finds a home where everyone can enjoy the statue as they did when it was in the mall and it was a popular meeting spot. All right, feeling good fortune? It's the year of the pig. We're celebrating the Chinese New Year with foods that will bring you luck, including a dish you can't find anywhere but Philly and Spain. Here is the, I think we have that here. Let me make sure. Oh, we'll have to work backwards to that one. Not seeing it available. I do have this one though. And I'm listening on something that's happening. Oh, I believe this is the start of the Patriots championship parade in Boston. New England Patriots, of course, defeated the Los Angeles Rams in Super Bowl 53 on Sunday. Not a very high-scoring affair. In fact, the lowest scoring in Super Bowl history. But for Tom Brady and the Patriots, this is Brady's 6th championship ring. And you see they've got the buses loaded up. Probably couldn't ask for a nicer day for a parade. It's been quite cold in Boston, as it has been here. But it's warming up today, that's for sure. brief reprieve from the sub-freezing temperatures we've had for much of January. All right, maybe we'll dip back to this in a little while. A little later on into the festivities. But for the moment, secure or insecure, did you know hackers can talk to your baby through your Nest camera? How to keep strangers from spying on you and your family. Tech expert Anthony Mongaluzzi joined us this morning to talk a little bit about some of the security features of these cameras and what you can do to protect yourself.
Personal home security systems are becoming more popular and more high-tech, allowing you to even watch your cameras while you're away.
Sure.
But hackers are taking advantage. A couple in Chicago say a brazen hacker did more than just spy on their family.
As I approached the baby's room and stood outside, I was shocked to hear a deep, manly voice talking to my 7-month-old son. My blood ran cold.
It was terrifying.
Asking me, why I'm looking at him because he saw obviously that I was looking back, and continuing to taunt me.
How freaky is that? Now, they didn't record it, but he says they were using racial slurs, they were cursing up a storm, even took control of their thermostat and raised the temperatures up over 90 degrees in the baby's bedroom there. So police are investigating. So our tech expert, Anthony, is in here. You've heard about this kind of stuff?
It happens all the time. I mean, the sad thing is, remember, if you can access it on the internet, someone else can access it on the internet. Now, this case in Chicago, I did a little research. It actually was their fault. They use the same username and passwords for all the different sites like LinkedIn, Yahoo. Guess what? They've been hacked. That information's available on the dark web. Artificial intelligence goes through all the websites, your Nest, your banking, your stocks. It just puts in that email address and password. You use the same thing, you're toast.
But what's different here, too, is because there's been stories that have been done before about they're able to see your kids, but the fact they can talk.
Exactly. Well, remember, once you have that password, there's apps on your phone, like the Nest app, that you could get right into. So if you could talk to your children and say hello because now it has a microphone and a speaker built in, so can the bad people. So one thing you'll want to do, especially if you're using Nest cameras, turn on two-factor authentication. What that does is when you log into the website, it will either send you a text message to your phone so that you have to use that text message as well to access it, meaning they would have to have your password and your phone or some other type of app.
Okay.
So basically, it's passwords. That's the key here.
Passwords. We talk about it all the time. You need to use different passwords. I brought this prop in. Wi-Fi 2 is not secure. When you use public Wi-Fi, if I plug this in, this will emulate different wireless networks.
What is that thing? How do you get it?
It's a Raspberry Pi. It's a little computer built into this. Literally, I plug it into any wall. It will simulate any Wi-Fi network that you connected to. Once you connect to my device, you think you're on the real internet, and guess what? Now I can get your passwords. I could implant software on your phone. I can do a lot to you.
What is that called? A Raspberry Beret?
Well, this is the actual computer in here is called a Raspberry Pi.
Where would I get that?
It's open source. It uses Linux and Unix, and it's a little box. I mean, back in the day, you would get it at Radio Shack. Now you go to Newegg, you go online, you buy the computer, you stick it in here, and you put the software on it, and away you go. It's pretty scary. So again, you connect to your Nest using your username and password through public Wi-Fi. You might be giving this up.
Okay, real quickly again. A lot of people have Nest cameras. They're watching their babies from work right now. What should they do right now?
Immediately go to the Nest website and turn on two-factor authentication. The second thing is, if you're one of the billions and millions and trillions of people that use the same email address and password, Change your password. And guess what? For things like your Nest camera, maybe make a special email address that you don't use anywhere else. So that's important. The other thing is, I'm talking to my Dell reps. Don't email or text passwords or credit card information. They do it all the time. And again, as I said, avoid public Wi-Fi, because there could be some creeper out there that plugged one of these things in and you think you're connecting to something safe, and it's not safe at all.
I'm guilty of that in like coffee shops or businesses,
all
restaurants.
the time.
I go into the
Hotel
Wi-Fi.
room.
Use your phone. Turn it into a hotspot. It's $10 a month. Guess what? It's better than getting hacked.
That's true. Okay, Google gave us this quote.
It says Nest was not breached. These recent reports are based on customers using compromised passwords, like you mentioned, exposed to breaches on other websites. In nearly all cases, two-factor verification eliminates this type of security risk. We take security in the home extremely seriously, and we're actively introducing features that will reject compromised passwords, allow customers to monitor access to their accounts, and track external entities that abuse credentials.
Could you repeat that? So anyway, they said what you said. Sadly, it's their fault. It's the parents' fault. I mean, they didn't know that it was their fault. They didn't know what they were doing.
But now they do. And now we do.
People aren't hacking technology anymore. They're hacking people.
You better believe it. Good to see you, man.
Again, that was tech expert Anthony Mongaluzzo giving us some tips on how to protect yourself when you're using those types of security systems like a Nest camera and others. You should always use different passwords for them. You can turn on two-factor authentication. That's when it will ask, when you go to log in, it'll say, can we send a notification or an alert to your device, your phone, your iPad, something like that, and you click OK to get in. That way it's checking against a device that you hold in your hand and in your possession, and lets you in to do the things you want to do. Watch your child at home, watch your pet, talk to someone. So some simple tips there that you can use to make your home and your security systems even more secure and less prone to hacking. All right. As we mentioned, it's a beautiful day out there on the Parkway. It also happens to be the Chinese New Year. That video is not quite available yet, so we'll keep an eye out for that. It's also Nutella Day, so we're going to get you a story from there. Our Thomas Drayton was out checking out a shop where they had some good Nutella treats for you. In the meantime, let's check in on the weather. .47 degrees in Philadelphia at this moment. You're looking at the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. Dew point is 37. Wind variable at 4 miles per hour. Let's see how those temperatures are doing across the area. .50s in about half of the locales we're checking here. Or close. A lot of 49s up there too. So warming up quite a bit today. Some parts of the mid-Atlantic here on the cusp of 60 degrees. And already there across much of the southeast of the United States. Again, wind chill's not bad because it's not very windy out there. We are significantly warmer than we were the same time 24 hours ago. Relatively calm winds and not much to speak of in terms of gusts. Visibility pretty good across the area. A few cloudy spots. I believe we had some fog around earlier this morning in some places. Looks like it might be lingering in places like Wilmington and Lancaster and Pottstown and Allentown. That should burn off and we should warm up quite a bit. Here's your satellite view. Let's give you the futurecast. Looking pretty dry in the short term. Chance of some precipitation moving in as you move into Wednesday and Thursday. maybe a chance still on Friday. Your national setup here. And your 7-day weather authority forecast. It's going to feel like spring out there today, 62. Cooler with some afternoon rain, 45 on Wednesday. Clouds and a shower, 50 on Thursday. And we should touch 60 on Friday before temperatures start to fall back. Back to winter on Saturday, 37 for a high, sunny and cold 40 on Sunday. Monday, AM mix and PM sun. Looks like another chance at some wintry precipitation, our first in more than a week at that point. We didn't have any over the weekend. After Friday's tricky drive home with the snow that fell for a good portion of the day. All right, we've got those two stories I was talking about, mentioning earlier. Feeling good fortune. It's the year of the pig. We're celebrating the Chinese New Year with the foods that will bring you luck, including a dish you can't find anywhere except in Philly and Spain. Here was our look at the Chinese New Year on Good Day Philadelphia this morning.
I love the little dragon.
Yes, he's my favorite.
Dragon on us. Love that little one.
Good Day Philadelphia.
That was our video of the dragon. I'll see if I can get you the food segment as well. In the meantime, our Thomas Drayton was out at the Collegeville Italian Bakery and Pizzeria Napolitana in Collegeville, Montgomery County, for World Nutella Day, in case you didn't know. It was a perfect day for Thomas to be out there, and here's what he found while he was there.
A Nutella bar. That's where Thomas is.
Oh my goodness, I am in a chunky boy's paradise. Can you believe this? Everything Nutella that you can possibly imagine here at the Collegeville Bakery. Steve,
Thomas, how
the
are you,
co-owner,
buddy?
Happy World Nutella Day.
Happy World Nutella Day, my
I
friend.
can't believe this.
Welcome.
We are surrounded by everything Nutella. What's so funny is I grew up eating Nutella in Germany, and I always thought it was German or Swedish. Not the case.
Yeah, it's Italian.
It's
but
Italian.
But it's for everybody, Thomas. It's for everybody.
And it's amazing how this started, because Nutella, back when they had a cocoa shortage, they would, grind the hazelnut? And it kind of stuck. And people loved it ever since.
And there it is.
So how on earth here in Collegeville did you think of a Nutella bar?
It all started with my beautiful wife, Patricia, when she went to school in grade school.
Smart man.
Most people went to school with peanut butter jelly or
Yeah.
lunch meat sandwiches. Her mom and dad sent her to school with Nutella sandwiches. So they would make fun of her. Oh, here comes a girl with chocolate sandwiches. So from that point on, we want to do something different. As our motto is, we're more than a bakery. So we thought, let's do a Nutella bar.
This place
Something
is
different.
like Disney World. It's unbelievable.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking at everything Nutella here. What was
Yes.
the first thing that you started with to say, hey,
Nutella Sky Pie. It's named after our daughter Sky. It's a Nutella wood-fired pizza with Nutella, marshmallows, and powdered sugar. It's absolutely fantastic.
Nutella funnel cake?
Funnel cake, Nutella ice cream cake, Nutella churros, Nutella calzone, Nutella fried dough, Nutella waffle, Nutella crepe, and here's our newest addition, the Nutella. It's the Bella Nutella acai bowl. It's absolutely delicious.
You're like the Bubba Gump of Nutella.
Exactly.
Nutella.
Something different.
Sky pie. I want to know how you make that sky pie,
Right here,
Steve.
Thomas will show you.
Hey, Thomas. I walked in and Thomas was saying he loves Nutella.
Nutella, look at it.
Thomas, this is unbelievable. So what do we have here, Steve?
So we're going to put this dough in the oven.
And this is a pizza dough?
It's a pizza dough. It's a wood-fired dough.
How long do you leave that in for?
At least 10 seconds. It's going to blow up into a nice bubble.
All right, so we have that in the wood-burning oven right now. How did you think of making this sky pie?
Something different. I mean, we want to utilize our wood-fired oven. We want to utilize it for desserts also. So we came up with a Nutella creation.
All right, so you have it in the oven. You wait for it to puff up just a little bit.
Yep, it's going to pop up.
Here it goes. Of course, it's the power of TV. Blow that fire. All right, here it goes.
There it is.
We have our Nutella standing by. I'm going to whip this up just a little bit.
How's that, Thomas?
All right, Thomas, I think we're ready. Pop it out the oven.
Here we go.
We're going to place it on the counter here. Oh, that's like an airbag.
All right. Okay.
And then what do we do here?
We're going to put Nutella. We love Nutella.
So we cut it open, and then we spread the Nutella on.
Spread the Nutella. We're going to put some fresh marshmallows on there. Good. Thomas,
right.
help us out, buddy.
All right, as we spread the Nutella, I'm going to pop a couple of marshmallows. I like your name too, Thomas.
Thank you, man.
All right, so we're going to close this. We're going to pop it in the oven. I want to head over to the, while you do that, Thomas, we're going to pop over here, Steve, because I want to make some something ice cream. Can we make a sundae?
Absolutely, Thomas. So we got cake crunch on the bottom. We're going to put some Nutella ice cream that we make here.
So Nutella's inside right here.
Nutella's here. Then we're going to add some whipped cream. Here, buddy. We're going to put some more cake crunch on top. Look at that, Thomas. And then we're going to put fresh Nutella. How's
for
that?
World Nutella Day. And I just saw this, the Embiid. Is this the Embiid milkshake?
That is the Embiid milkshake. Every shake we sell, $1 goes to Cameroon, Africa. That's his favorite. It's 32 ounces of Nutella.
And it's Embiid approved. All right, let's see how this bad boy turned out. This, once again, is the sky pie. It's pizza dough with Nutella chocolate, some marshmallows. Thomas is making sure that the fire gets it nice and brown inside. So while we're doing this, I want you guys, Alex, Mike, Karen, place your orders, because they can make just about everything here.
Does this mean you're bringing us back?
Look at that.
Because yes, please, honey.
Look at
Oh
that
my
thing.
goodness.
There you go. Look at this.
Beautiful. And that's the end result with a little powdered sugar.
Oh, the powdered
Absolutely,
sugar.
Karen. You asked about bringing it back. You better
Please.
believe it.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes.
Happy World Nutella Day.
Watch, look at this.
Thomas, you have to eat all of that.
Joy to the
Oh,
world.
you better believe I will.
He's dancing.
World Nutella. Happy World Nutella Day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That's a Nutella place.
All right, let's do something for our brains now. Let's.
World Nutella Day is a holiday I think many of us can get behind. If you've had crepes with Nutella, great breakfast choice, although maybe not every day, but certainly enjoyable in the short run. Let's. So we've been talking. I showed you a little bit of the dragon. I think I've got the food segment for you now. We're celebrating the Chinese New Year on Good Day. It's the Year of the Pig, which is a symbol of wealth and fortune. So we had some guests with us this morning. Here they are presenting their food choices here on Good Day Philadelphia.
Okay, so let's eat. Hi, everybody. Good to see everybody again.
Good morning.
Good Susanna Fu. Hi, Susanna.
And her son Gabe, of course, the owners of Suga.
And Vince is here from Yang Ming, of course.
Michael Wood.
Yeah, Michael, good to see you. I just saw you the other day as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Susanna, let's start with you. By the way, the name of your place is a combination of you and your son's name, right?
Yeah, Gabriel and Susanna.
So, Suga.
Is it correct?
Suga.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful place.
Was it on Sansom?
Yeah, 1720 Sansom Street.
Yeah. By the Sofitel Hotel.
Yes.
Yeah. What'd you bring in?
Lots of goodies for the Chinese New Year.
Gabe, start us off.
Okay, well, we brought a special ham from Spain called Cinco Jotas Iberico ham. It's a special black-footed ham.
Is that this?
That's here, and it's right there.
There you go, the little round
right
things.
here.
What makes this pig, the pig special?
It's a special black-footed ham from Spain, and they feed it only acorns from trees that they grown
This
organically.
pig actually has little black feet?
Little black feet, yes.
And what's this on top of it?
Yeah.
We have goji berries which are very nutritious and very lucky, and some pickled ginger.
Oh, very nice. And you can only get it in Philly, right? Or only here?
The ham, you can only get in Philly.
At Suga.
At Suga.
No, they fly to us.
They
From
fly
Spain.
in from
Yes.
Spain?
Yes.
Would it be on the menu tonight?
Yes, it will. As part of our Chinese New Year celebration, we have a multi-course banquet for $39 a person.
Don't let anybody touch those because we have to continue to do the show.
Okay,
please.
Sounds good. We save some.
It's just gorgeous. Now you brought a fish in too, and so did you. Oh, what are you? Where are you going to pour
This
that?
is the caramelized orange sauce I'm going to pour over.
Over your fish?
Right.
Very nice.
And before we serve, we pour over the fish.
What kind of fish is that?
It's bronzino.
Oh, bronzino. Okay.
And really quickly for dessert, though, look at the pears.
Yeah, it's pear is good luck for Chinese, and so it's Asian pear, poached with red wine.
Yeah, fruit. Abundance means abundant. You brought some fruit in from Yang Meat as well.
we did.
But look at your fish. Your fish is bigger than her fish. What kind of fish is that?
This is a fried red snapper, and with the same sort of sauce. It's a kung pao sauce, sweet tomatoes and ginger.
Hello, I'm a fish. Very good. Gorgeous. I don't even want to eat it.
That would be enough to serve the whole table if you bring your family.
You can do it. And what is the thing that looks like a pie in front of you?
This is a New Year cake, Chinese New Year cake.
It's a New Year cake?
Yes. This means you get a promotion.
If I eat that, I'm going to get a promotion?
Yeah. You might.
He's going to put his face in it. Slide some over
Are you
to
guys
me,
open
too.
tonight?
Sure.
This afternoon?
And we're famous in our Chinese New Year banquet runs for the whole month of February.
Oh, the whole month.
It's
That is great.
7 courses, and we'd love to have everyone come in and join us.
Okay, let's take a break so we can eat.
Well, let's get back to the dragon to close us out.
Oh, don't be dragging on us.
Looked like some great eats there. As I mentioned, it's the Year of the Pig, and no celebrations complete without the Philadelphia Suns annual Midnight Lion dance performance, which is free to everyone to enjoy. The festivities last 15 days, so Happy New Year to everyone who celebrates, and looked like some good eats there. I'm looking live at not something Philadelphia fans may want to see, but we'll dip in real quick. That's a Patriots championship flag flapping over the city of Boston. We'll let them enjoy their parade today. Hopefully we'll be back to celebrating an Eagles championship next year. But you see folks in Boston lining the streets, preparing to celebrate the Patriots' latest championship. I think they've had a good run of championships the last couple years. We enjoyed ours last year. I think we all want to get back to parades on Broad Street as soon as possible. And hopefully the Eagles will get us there. Or the Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, Union, and the above would be fun and thoroughly enjoyed by all Philadelphians, I'm sure. Flyers are on quite a run now, having won 8 straight games in front of goaltender Carter Hart. Sixers playing some good ball. Phillies, I believe we are within 9 days of spring training camp opening, so lots to look forward to on the Philly sports scene right now. Sixers will be in the playoff hunt. Flyers hopefully are, I think, just 5 games out after last night. So it looks like a pretty big crowd there. All right, want to thank you for joining us today on Fox 29 News Now. Again, we're here every weekday after Good Day Philadelphia at 10 a.m. Try and bring you live events from around the region when they're available, or the nation, and some local news. A little bit of Good Day from our air in the morning. Try and bring you some of the highlights and different moments that make Good Day the special show it is in the morning. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Get outside. Enjoy this weather. It's gorgeous out there, especially relative to where we normally are in early February. And we'll have updates for you on the stories we brought you here on News Now, on the Fox 29 News at 5, 10, 6, and 11 tonight. Anytime on fox29.com. Download our weather and news apps to stay in the know, too. You get our forecast at your fingertips. You can also get notifications for weather alerts when it's not this beautiful, and as well for breaking stories during the course of the day. Have a great Tuesday.